Hey everyone, this is Casual Fanatic.
Film reviews without the shoes.
I'm Luca, your casual viewer.
And I'm Cayman, your fanatic. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'll just dive right up into it. Had a birthday party last night.
Yep.
You were there.
Yep.
It was a great time.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, it started at 3 and people didn't leave till like 1:30ish, right around then. No, it was a great time. Yeah, it's my 29th birthday on Tuesday upcoming. Coming up? Upcoming. Same thing. Yeah. That's the most recent thing to happen.
I woke up this morning around like 7:30 and I was still a little tipsy. I was like, I need to lay it back down. I cannot.
You were like, ooh. Yeah, it was a good time. We played all sorts of games and we did a trivia. That was like the main thing that I wanted to do was a trivia about me that I made.
And of course your girlfriend got the most answers.
Yeah. My girlfriend won, so go KK, shout out. I will say she was worried, but that trivia was hard. It was very hard trivia. So, yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was a good time. Maybe a little long.
It was, what, like
But-
53, 54 questions?
53
It
questions.
was probably a bit much.
I didn't know like how fast they would go. Like in my mind, I would have like one question up for like 10 seconds, switch it, and then, whatever. But there was like discussions, and at one point, people just talked. It was fine. But
You got a bunch of Costco pizzas.
got a lot of Costco pizzas. And there was Alyssa, shout out Alyssa. She like gouged out the back end of a strawberry and then like put cheesecake into it. So it was a strawberry cheesecake. It was insane. It was so good. Had a lot of those.
The espresso martinis.
Oh, KK, shout out to her too. Right when we came in, she had espresso martinis that she was cooking up. Really good. She killed it. The first time her and I tried to make espresso martinis did not go well. They were almost not drinkable, but I'd finished mine at least.
Well, this time they were delicious.
Delicious. And there was like a thin layer of like foam on top too. It was perfect. It was great. Yeah. What have you been up to?
Outside of work, I've been, going to a couple meetups, trying to make new friends.
Yeah.
We went to see Bert Kreischer at Red Rocks.
We did do that.
Last week.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was my first time at Red Rocks, and absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
What a place. You almost convinced Kaylin that the rocks were flown in.
I couldn't keep it up. I had to tell her because she would start talking to her clients like, yeah, did you know? Yeah, I almost convinced her that it was man-made and that all the rocks were flown in. Crazy.
But yeah, other than that, just been hanging out, living life. Recently built myself a liquor cabinet. I originally had all of my bottles in my kitchen, but the boards in there are like, I don't know, they didn't feel sturdy. And
They were like bowing.
right. And I was like, I don't want to wait for this to just break. And so I was like, I need something that's stronger.
Yeah, good call. It looks awesome. You can't see it, but it looks awesome.
And then I also upgraded my computer recently, so I can crank those settings on all my games.
To insane.
Right.
How much was your graphics card?
Probably close to 1,000, if not more.
Yeah, checks out. Dang. It is a beast of a graphics card. A 5090?
5070.
5070?
But it's the 5070 Ti, which I think
There you go.
actually has more power than the 5090.
Checks out probably, yeah. TIs are great. Is it the Founders Edition or no?
No.
No? Okay.
I honestly, when I upgraded, just found out that Founders Editions are a thing, because my last graphics card was a Founders Edition, but I didn't know that. Because I was just like, why can't I find like NVIDIA brand cards? And I was like talking to someone about it, and they're like, yeah, they don't make a whole lot of those. Those are like special edition shit. And I was like, how the fuck did I get one then?
I somehow also have a Founders Edition. So, yeah,
But yeah.
hard to come by.
Well, that means it's going to be a lot easier to sell an old one.
Probably really good resell. Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Well, besides that,
we today are going to be talking about the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2, which came out in 2012.
Yep.
Was directed by Bill Condon, written by Melissa Rosenberg, obviously still based on the novel by Stephanie Meyer, and stars all of the same people plus a few more. There's actually quite a bit of new faces in this one. Estimated budget is hiding from me. Here we go. $120 million, and worldwide made 848 million.
Wow. So again, really good turnaround for Twilight.
Especially with being the last movie in the series, like everyone was all hyped up for it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it kind of served as like it was like really, they leaned into the fact that it was finishing the series. Like even like in the credits, there were credits for people that were not even in this movie, because it was more like a series credits than just credits for this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I read something where it said something around the lines of they had every quote unquote big actor that it was ever in the Twilight series in the credits for this movie.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what defines big, but
Right. Yeah. I don't either. That's why quotation, but
yeah. Yeah. Did you think about Breaking Dawn Part 2? I know it's been a while since you've seen it, but
it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I mean, I've seen it like what, 2-3 times now. No, yeah, I mean, a lot more action act. It was the ending of the series, which felt like the ending of a series, I think.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun watch. It wasn't anything like amazing, I don't think, but it's definitely one of the better movies out of the Twilight Saga series, whatever you want to call it. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, just like the last one, I felt like this one had really good production quality. I think it follows the same sort of pattern as like the earlier movies, where like the last movie was very focused on the wolves, and like the wolf pack wants to kill Bella because they're scared of this baby, and then the baby's born.
Yeah.
And because Jacob imprinted, now the wolves can't attack anymore, but then the vampires find out about the kid, and now they want to kill the baby. And
Yeah.
so it's very split between this is a werewolf movie and this is a vampire movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think almost everyone did a good job. I don't know. I feel like, or maybe we'll talk more about this in the detailed section, but I feel like I still am just not a huge fan of like the main three people, but everyone else, fantastic.
That's fair, honestly. I mean, yeah, you can have that opinion. It's a fair opinion to have, I think. I don't think, yeah, they were like very, I mean, they didn't change how they acted.
Right.
They just kept going with the same thing and people loved it. And yeah. How do you think it aged? Because it's been over 10 years now.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Especially with the CGI.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even know if that's an aging thing. I feel like people knew when the movie came out that was bad CGI.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand why they felt the need to, like, composite one person's face onto, like, especially when it's a baby. Like, babies don't have grown-up faces. So like, why would you try and make the baby look like, just use a real baby?
So true.
But yeah, it was just kind of awkward the whole way through. But luckily, eventually it gets to a point where they can just like use the actress that they had for the little girl and not CGI her anymore.
Yeah, because it grows up so fast. Where does it rank?
Out of the series, I would say in terms of how like good of a movie it is, maybe second. In terms of how much I personally enjoyed it, maybe third.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it was second in both of those categories for me. I still, for some reason, with most like series, I always like the first film the most.
Right. Well, that's why
always something about it.
I think the last two films are the best films, but I like the first one better than either of them.
Yeah.
So that's why it moves down a rank.
I got you. Cool. Well, you want to get into
Yes.
Depths of our...
I'll do a.
We're a little slow today.
Yeah, sorry. It was a long night.
It was a very long night.
Let's do a summary.
Let's do it.
Obviously, if, like myself, this is your first time watching Twilight, spoilers. But this movie starts off right where the last one ended. Bella became a vampire and she like wakes back up, and all of a sudden she's like hyper focused on every single thing around her, and it's like she can like see all the fibers in the carpet.
It's just great. Really cool scene though, I will say.
And then she runs out into the forest and is like doing the weird speed run that still doesn't look quite right. And like steps into the sunlight so her skin can sparkle and all that shit. And then she's like, oh wait, yeah, I have a baby. And so then they go back home.
She's like, right.
Right. And then when they get there, Jacob's acting really weird. And Bella's like, why do you care about my kid so much? And Edward's like, don't say a thing. But eventually she does find out about him imprinting, and obviously she's very mad about that.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
We'll get into that detailed later. I thought that was a really funny scene.
But Jacob's like, I can't control it, so like I don't know what you want me to say.
Kind of happens. I'm sorry.
And then they get a note from the Volturi because they... way back in, I think it was New Moon, whatever the one where they actually went to Italy. And they were like, you need to turn her into a vampire. This is not okay for you to be hanging out with a human. And they're like, yeah, we'll turn her.
Right.
And so now that she is turned Volturi, you're like, oh, congratulations on being a vampire.
Yeah.
But then one of the, like, cousins, obviously none of the vampires are actually related, but one of the people who they consider their family spots Renesmee like playing out in the snow and goes to tattle on them basically.
Yeah, family member crime right there.
Yeah, because we find out later there's a like you're not allowed to have vampire children because when you become a vampire your development stops, and so like they just have the mind of a child forever, which means they can't control themselves. They're like not really thinking logically. They're just like, I want to kill people, so I'm gonna kill people.
Right.
And so they'll just like go and murder a whole village, and it becomes a big problem. And so they have outlawed turning children into vampires. And I can't remember what the cousin's name is, but she thinks that it's one of these vampire children, and so goes to report that to the Volturi. And so then all the rest of the Cullens find out, and they're like, they're not gonna just like come and talk to us. They're gonna come and kill the kid and probably kill the rest of us, and it's gonna be a big problem. So we need to find a bunch of people to like back us up and be like, hey, this is not an immortal child. It's like Bella gave birth when she was still human, and it's not what you think.
Yeah.
And so then there's like a huge montage of them going around to all of their vampire friends and being like, you wanna help us with this kid? And everyone's like, the fuck you have a kid for? And they're like, no, but it's not like that.
Yeah. And then the kid has to like touch their hands and or
Yeah, because Renesmee like doesn't speak the whole movie. Her
Barely.
like she touches your face and then communicates in your mind, but I don't know if she actually like says any words out loud. And so after gathering up, they like get some people from Egypt, some people from like the Amazon rainforest, some people from like freaking Transylvania.
all like family members and family friends. So
Yeah.
people they can trust at least.
And then Jacob recruits all of the wolf pack and everything like that as well. And it's like, hey, this isn't just a threat for them. Like, we need to help out and blah, blah, blah. And so eventually the Volturi show up, and I don't remember exactly the order of what happens, but eventually because the main Volturi person, whose name is Arrow, I believe, his like vampire gift is that he can like touch someone and like see all of their memories. And so at first he touches Edward, and then he's like, oh, actually, this is very interesting. Let me see your child. And so then they bring the kid, and he touches her, and not like that.
Stop saying it like that.
And yeah, figures out that she is in fact not what they call an immortal child. She's like a half vampire, half human, and is very fascinated by it. But they mentioned earlier, like, the Volturi, when they want to get rid of someone, they'll just like find any excuse. And so even after figuring this out, he is like, well, we don't know, this could still be dangerous, we should kill them anyway. And then Alice shows up, and she has like found some like Native American person who's also half vampire, and was like, look, this guy's cool, it's not a problem.
Yeah, he's like fully grown adult, so yeah.
And Arrow is like still kind of unsure, and so like does the whole like wants to read Alice's memories. And it's like, it's weird because I don't really know how their powers like interact with each other, because Arrow can read people's memories and Alice can see the future. So like by touching her, he then also can kind of see the future. But yeah, so touches Alice, and then like all of a sudden fucking shit kicks off, people are killing each other, huge fight, and then find out that it is actually, that was all just Alice's vision. The fight didn't happen, and they're just like, well, I guess we'll just leave then.
Yeah, and it didn't happen because of Volturi. We're gonna lose. So.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I don't think either side really won. A lot of the main characters died as well.
That's true. The kid got away and the Volturi were dead. Let's just say that.
But yeah, so they decide to leave, and then the Romanian vampires are really upset because they like way, I think they said like almost 2,000 years ago, their like vampire coven had been killed, and they were the only two people left, and so they're like, no, we really want to kill the Volturi.
Yeah.
But obviously that didn't happen, so they got kind of pissed off and ran off as well. And then it was kind of just like happy ending stuff after that.
Yeah.
It's like we
Memory lane.
yeah, like a lot of walking around and hanging out with frickin' Renesmee, and then like Alice sees a vision of the future, and Renesmee's grown up, and then like Bella and Edward are laying in a field, and she like somehow turns off her like shield ability so that Edward can read her thoughts and see how much that she loves him. And I think that's the last scene, and then there's just like a lot of fancy credits.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was a good run through. I feel like I just watched the whole movie again.
nice.
Holy.
So yeah, we will take a quick break and then we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We are back.
Get my notes here. Did you take notes when you were watching? I guess you were kind of busy.
No.
Cool.
But I have notes.
Oh, did you just make them later?
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. All right. We mentioned it earlier, the part where Jacob imprinted.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hilarious when Jacob is like trying to like talk Bella off being fucking pissed at him, and he's like, no, but like me and Ness, blah 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 blah, and she's like, she said something around the lines of, "You nicknamed my kid after a sea monster," or something like that.
Because
It was so funny.
he is shortened Renesmee to Nessie.
Yeah,
Um,
I just loved her reaction to all of that. It
That was kinda
so
funny.
good. There weren't a lot of like funny moments in the movie, unfortunately.
they've mentioned it several times throughout the series how newborns are like the strongest vampires because they still have so much human blood in them, and so when Edward is like talking about how strong Bella is, Emmett is like, yeah, right, and they go out in the woods and have an arm wrestling match.
Yeah, she was strong. She beat his ass.
Yeah.
She was like, "This is awesome."
Oh, another thing, I did forget to mention this during the summary, but fucking Alice and Jasper just disappear for like half the movie
They totally do. They go on like a
because
mission
a
to
big
find people.
Well, that, and because a big part of like the whole Volturi thing is like whenever they kill a group of vampires, they'll keep one person alive to like join the Volturi, and then they can use their powers. And Arrow really wants Alice's power. And so it's like partially going off to find another half vampire, half human person, and then partially to like keep her away from the Volturi, so it like helps make them a little safer, I guess.
I see. Interesting. I didn't think of that.
There was this, in addition to the long ass credits at the end, they also had a really long opening credit sequence. It was just like camera shots flying through the forest, and it was like name after name after it was like all the people who work on the movie, every single actor that was in the movie. And while I was watching that, I saw Lee Pace's name pop up, and I was like, Lee Pace is in this.
What was he doing?
He was the vampire that was part of the Revolutionary War or whatever, and
Oh, that.
he like killed the musician guy in the street, and he was like, I hate British people.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he ends up getting together with the electricity girl.
Cool fucking power, by the way.
Yeah. But I fucking, I love Lee Pace. I don't know if I've recommended this before, but there's a show on Apple TV called Foundation, and Lee Pace fucking kills it in that show. Great actor, great presence. He just has so much charm.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but you said something about it before.
But yeah, was intrigued when I saw his name pop up. I was like, huh, this will be interesting.
Like, wait a second.
I will say Edward immediately stopped caring about Bella's soul. Like, I feel like for 4 movies now, he's
like,
been like, I don't
crying
want to turn you. It's such an evil thing. And then when she finally does get turned, he's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Right.
It just like doesn't care about it anymore.
Yeah. Hair becomes more beautiful. Everything becomes more beautiful.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, it's been done. I guess there's no point to sulk about it.
Yeah.
Plus, it saved her life.
I mean, yeah, well, like he didn't have a choice,
Yeah.
but I just like, I would have expected him to just be like, at least be like, I'm sorry I had to do this, or like, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know. It just seemed like his opinion about vampirism changed immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then when Bella was like really hungry and they went on that like first hunt with her, the fact that like she scaled a mountain.
Yeah, because they were like originally out hunting deer, and then she smelled some random person free climbing, which is already fucking, I don't know why people do that. That's dumb.
Yeah. There's a recent 23-year-old that passed away. I don't know if they were free climbing or not, but they were climbing in a really like well-known spot and unfortunately fell. Anyway.
Especially when I see videos of people free climbing like skyscrapers.
Unreal.
I'm like, this is, I don't understand. Like, I get the adrenaline rush, but like, it's stupid because it's one mistake, and not only are you dead, but then you're like traumatizing everyone else. Like, there are people walking around down there.
Right.
You're gonna see your body just explode.
Yeah.
Just
Splat.
That's insane.
Yeah, there's a guy I follow on Instagram. I think he's the oldest, and he was also one of the first to like scale certain like towers in different Beijing,
Yeah.
like, the tallest tower in the world. And he's like 60 something, and he's still doing it.
That's wild.
Yeah, yeah. He's been arrested. Like, he has like one of his things is to like show all his like face shots of when he's his arrest in, and it's insane, ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So she practically went after this guy that was free soloing, and like halfway through, she like stopped herself, right?
Yeah.
Which
Like,
was impressive. I'm like,
like insane that she just has so much self-control,
yeah,
where she was just like
day one,
right.
like
I don't know.
And
That did feel a little weird.
she like jumps off the cliff.
Yeah, I don't know if, obviously vampires are like way stronger, but like surely there's a limit.
Yeah,
Like you can't just fall forever and be
and
fine.
I feel like that should have been the limit. Like, it was past. She was so high up,
Yeah.
and she just like jumped.
I don't know, man.
Crazy.
Also, tackling a fucking cougar is wild work.
Oh,
was
yeah, she
like,
did.
she was like about to attack a deer, and then she saw a mountain lion also about to attack the deer, and she was like, I'm gonna get that one instead.
Yeah.
And so the mountain lion like pounces at the deer, and mid-air gets
She
hit from the
felt-
side.
Yeah. Crazy shit. Edward was really proud. He was very proud.
Yeah, we already mentioned this, but fucking ugliest baby ever.
Yeah.
I cannot stand to look at that thing.
I don't understand why they did that.
Yeah.
Bad move.
They get Edward and Bella like their own house. I don't know if they just bought a house or if they like hurriedly built it. Yeah, I don't. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They were like, "Here's the house,"
It was like, here's this other property and our property.
and it was like fully furnished and
It
everything.
was super nice too. It was cute.
But my first thought was like, "Oh, what? You too cool to live with the rest of the family?" Because like all the other couples live together.
That's true. They do all live in that big old house. Maybe there's some more room because Edward had like that small, like little room. So maybe.
Well, I think also because another thing is they mention that usually at like right when two vampires get together, they're like just super horny. Like I think they mentioned that Rosalie and Emmett, they said it took a decade before we could even get within 50 feet of them. I was like, these people were fucking for a decade?
That's insane.
That's wild. So I think also part of it
decade?
was they were like, yeah, eventually they'll come to live with us, but you guys can have your own house for now.
Yeah. That's so funny. Let's see.
It does get better for Charlie in this movie, but they almost like every single movie he is just getting tortured
He does
throughout the whole series.
kind of slammed a lot.
And they're like, we need to tell Charlie that you're dead. And Jacob's like, this is bullshit. And just like goes and tells Charlie that he's a werewolf. And then like they don't want to specifically say that Bella's a vampire, but they're like, something's weird about her, and you just need to like don't ask too many questions.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Jacob did that without like talking to anybody. He was
Yeah.
like, fuck it. I'm just going to turn into a wolf right in front of him.
Yeah.
He like started taking off his clothes and Charlie was like,
Yeah, I honestly surprised he stayed so long because Jacob was taking his sweet time. He like slowly took off his jacket, was unbuttoning his shirt, and Charlie's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "Trust me." Takes off his pants. I'd have been like, "No, no, no."
yeah, turning around, walking away. Charlie's like,
He also apparently, I don't remember this happening in the last movie, but Charlie is like with someone now, and it looks like it's one of the Quileute people.
yeah. It happened last movie, I thought.
It might have. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they show up at his house and there's a woman there, and I was like, who the fuck is this?
yeah. She's like looking after him and like helping him out. And it's good for him to have, I guess.
Yeah. Jasper's accent returned for the brief amount of time he was in the movie.
Dude, they have like he had such little screen time
Yeah, it
in
was like
all the movies.
except for the one where he was like training everyone.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah, but then all the other ones, it's like
Yeah.
2 minutes, maybe. Still collected the bag, but still wild.
I also am wondering if I don't know exactly how like obviously when you turn into a vampire it like makes you more beautiful or whatever, but like how much does it change your body? Cuz like obviously it seems like you can't change anything after you become a vampire. Like you're just kind of stuck in whatever shape you were in.
Right.
So I'm like, that must mean that Emmett was jacked when he became a vampire. Because I don't think they can like build muscle.
I don't think so.
I think you're just like, if you have a bunch of muscle, you just have a bunch of muscle forever.
Damn, that's a really good question. Maybe you can?
But like,
I don't know.
yeah.
Damn, you think he was that jacked before he became a vampire?
Well, because
Wait,
why would you
was he
ever
hurt?
need to work out? You like they have vampire strength already.
Right, that's true. Why was he turned?
I don't think they ever go into it. They talk about Rosalie being turned,
Right.
and they talk about Jasper being turned, but I don't think we ever get Emmett's backstory.
Huh.
At least not like in any length. They might have like briefly mentioned it at one point.
Right. Yeah, I wonder what if his was like getting hit by a car or because he could have been sick and been that jacked, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
And maybe it's mentioned in the books. I don't know. If there are any book readers watching, feel free to let us know.
I don't remember. So
But yeah,
that's a good
yeah,
thought,
because he's like the only muscular vampire. Everyone else is just like normal
Normal.
fitness.
normal like person.
Right.
Huh. Yeah, he is massive.
Just something I thought of.
Yeah, no, that's a good thought. That's like a high thought.
Calling Renesmee their niece is like they didn't put any thought into that at all. Because what a horrible cover story.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, it would be one thing if it was like, you see her for a bit and then never gonna see her again. But like, Charlie sees this kid like, he would notice the fact that she's like twice as big in a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah.
You can't just be like, yep, that our niece, nothing weird about that.
Yeah, I feel like they should have just like let him know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they didn't. Is it because of the Volturi?
But like,
Most
you don't,
likely.
even if you don't want to be like, hey, we're vampires, you could be like, something weird happened, and also we had a kid, but also the kid is gonna grow up really fast, but we can't explain why.
You're gonna have another adult daughter soon. Granddaughter. Yeah. Crazy. That was a weird montage. I wasn't a big fan of that, honestly.
The like,
Of like
showing her aging.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you could have done without it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Also, I don't know how long of a time span it's supposed to be, because it feels like she grows up to like 10 years old really quickly, and then she's just 10 for the rest of the movie. And so I don't know, like, maybe that montage was supposed to be like several months, but I don't know. It just didn't get explained very well.
no, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Also, apparently she can like fly or something. I don't know. When she jumped up to like grab that snowflake, it didn't look like, oh, I'm jumping up. She just like floated up to it, and I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know what her power is.
Me either.
She has a lot of powers. And that's what made the family member freak out.
Yeah.
The kid, right? Yeah.
Another two famous people that pop up are in Egypt. You have Rami Malek and Angela Sarafian. Rami Malek obviously was in the Queen biopic Bohemian Rhapsody. He's the main character in Mr. Robot.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He was just recently in a movie, I think called The Amateur, where he's like a CIA agent and some people kill his wife and then he goes and kills all of them. Pretty popular person. Angela Sarafian, the only really big thing I know her from is she's in the show Westworld, but she is great in that series. And she doesn't talk in this movie. She's just like always with the other guy.
Yeah. We honestly meet so many people
Yeah,
in this fucking movie.
it's true. A lot of them are like not actors that I know though.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then yeah, obviously, of course, we meet Lee Pace's character, and he literally within like a day of being at the Cullen house starts flirting with the electricity girl.
Yeah.
And then they're just together, and I was like, all right.
Checks out. What was your favorite power out of all the vampires?
Oh, okay. So that's another thing. I feel like this movie kind of like turned them into superheroes, and it felt kind of awkward because all of the like up until now, all of the vampire powers have been like mental stuff. Like I can read people's minds, or I can see the future, or I can affect your emotions. It's not like things that you can see. It's all just like stuff happening up here, and then all of a sudden we have like girl can turn her hands into tasers, and one of the Volturi like makes smoke monsters come out of his hands.
Yeah, that one is kind of weird.
And then fucking the Egyptian guy is like the fucking Avatar, basically. Like, I don't know. I felt like some of the powers got a little out of hand in this movie.
But which one was your favorite?
I don't know. Probably one of the original ones. I don't really like any of the new ones.
That's fair. I liked one of the Avatar girls. She could like make you see what she wanted you to see.
Yeah.
Versus like what you are actually seeing. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a mind thing, so it's not like
Yeah. That one is not as outlandish.
yeah. But like the taser hands and stuff like that.
It was a lot. There's also, I don't know, they didn't really I don't know why this character was in this movie because he doesn't really do anything. And maybe it might be more important in the books, but there's that one vampire who shows up and he's just like hanging out in the attic. And then he like doesn't want to talk to anyone. And he's like, if y'all start fighting, I'm out. And I'm like, then why are you here?
Why are you there? I don't get it. Yeah, true. I forgot about that guy completely. He was a little weird.
He was real weird.
Excuse me. Oh, I felt really good.
And, yeah, another thing, there's a point where it's like, I think the night before the big fight, and Edward tells Carlisle, he's like, I have been meaning to say thank you for giving me such an extraordinary life. And I was like, bitch, you've been complaining about how much being a vampire sucks this whole time. What do you mean extraordinary life?
I guess he came to the realization that it was actually kind of cool once he has his woman.
Yeah.
Aside.
Now that I've got a lady,
Exactly.
this is great.
Life changes, I guess.
Michael Sheen, who plays Arrow, the leader of Volturi, I've said this before, but he's just always so fantastic. I love his facial features. Like, he's just so excited about everything. Like, he'll sitting there talking, he'll just go like, ooh.
He is. He's always happy about everything.
Or, like, I don't even remember what caused it, but there's a point when they're, like, out in the field when he starts laughing about something, and it's, like, the most, like, high-pitched, like, little giggle. Like, he's just like,
Yeah, I think it's with the child. No,
it might be.
I thought it was.
But, my God, I love him.
He's pretty fucking funny. Speaking of that, what did you think about the vision twist that Alice kind of...
So I feel like I understand the effect that it's supposed to have. Unfortunately, because this movie is over a decade old, I already knew ahead of time that the fight wasn't real. So I feel like that kind of ruined the twist for me.
That does ruin it for sure.
Because like there was a big dramatic moment when the fight kicks off when like Arrow rips off Carlisle's head and everyone's like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not real. So
Yeah.
some of those like more emotional parts, it didn't hit me the way that it should.
Gotcha.
But that's my fault for not seeing the movie earlier. So
Damn. I have like this special ability of being able to forget movies after like a while. I'm like, yeah. It's almost as if I watched it the first time. And when his head was ripped off, I was like, and then I remembered. I was like, oh yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on right now? I was like, could have sworn he was alive. But then I was like, oh yeah, the vision twist.
Yeah.
Definitely good though. I think they did that in a really smart way.
Yeah, they didn't like give it away. It's like he touches Alice's hand for like 3 seconds and then she's like, actually fuck you, and like fucking does a spin around kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like I could see it being very shocking seeing it for the first time.
For sure.
It just, because I just happened to know that it was a vision ahead of time, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to like, earlier when you said the movie came out in 2012, I was trying to like think back what was happening in 2012, like school-wise, and like if I remember any like talks about this movie, but I really don't.
It would have been
It would have been my freshman year.
junior year in high school.
It would have been my freshman year in high school. And so I was like, fuck. I could not recall.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything? Like in high school? Because I feel like it's such a big thing. Like for some reason, I remember when the Harry Potters came out, that being a big talking thing. And I remember like the first like 3 Twilight movies, not the last one for some reason. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, like, I remember it being a big deal, but it wasn't like everyone was talking about it, because by that point, you already had, like, here are the Twilight fans, and then here's all the people that are not into Twilight.
Right.
And so, like, yeah, the Twilight fans are excited about the last movie, whatever, and I wasn't part of that group, so.
Okay. Now you are.
I feel like Jane just doesn't actually know how to fight. Like, she was making some pretty terrible... I feel like there were, like, 3 or 4 instances where she's, like, trying to do her pain power, and then she looks over, and Bella is shielding the person she's trying to hurt, and I'm like, just go beat up Bella, then. Like, why are you just standing there?
Right. Walk over there and punch her in the...
Right!
But that was another cool like twist. The fact that Bella can now make the, what do they call it? The shield?
Yeah.
The shield like outside of her body and throw it over other people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's also definitely more like a superhero power again.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess if they didn't, I wouldn't have. That one is less bothersome because it is kind of still a mind power. They just like visualized it weird, where you like see this force field coming out of her.
yeah,
But I think that's more for our sake than what's actually happening.
fair. I just wonder, like, I guess how it really does work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that was cool.
Also, I don't know what. So like the big three, obviously you have Jane and I think Alec is the smoky hands guy, but then we have the big three Volturi, who is Arrow, who can read people's memories, and then the like younger blonde guy, and then the
old
older
guy.
guy. And I don't know what their powers are.
I do not know what the old guy's power is at all.
I don't think he ever used them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I in that montage of like the future, I'm pretty sure he was just like finally.
yeah, or there's like two of the good guy
like,
vampires running out, and he's just like, just let me die.
Yeah, his death was kind of sick too, though.
They like twisted the upper half of his body off of his legs.
Yeah,
It's wild.
nuts. But yeah, I think he just wanted to go. But yeah, we don't know any of their powers.
Yeah, there was another cool one. I'm trying to remember who did this, but at one point, I think it was Alice, because they kill Jasper at some point, and like I want to say it was Alice, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was Rosalie. Anyway, one of them like grabs a vampire like by the mouth, and rather than just ripping their whole head off, like rips their head in half. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that part. I remember who did the. I don't think that was Alice.
There was a lot of heads being ripped off though.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. And then at one point, Rami Malek's character, who I also don't, Benjamin, I think is his character's name, uses his fucking avatar powers and like rips a huge hole in the ground, and there's lava, and then the wolves start throwing all the vampires in, and Edward almost falls in at one point, and then like punches through a rock and jumps out.
Yeah, and like wolves were like sacrificing themselves to save some of the vampires.
Yeah.
It was like heroic.
They did so at one point. Leah, who is I think still the only female werewolf, she gets killed, and like pretty graphically. Like, I'm not a huge person who's like, oh my god, I can't stand to watch dogs get hurt in movies. I don't really care that much. But still, they like, one of the vampires like choked her out, and you could see her eyes like roll back, and she was like, eh. And I was like, oh my god.
He had to make sure she was dead. Yeah. But a great long fight scene.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think that was the best fight scene in the whole Twilight Saga, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there weren't really a whole lot of fights, but
No, but this one had like heads ripping off. It had different powers being used, even if they're a little too much. It had wolves also in the fight, and it kind of had like, I like the teamwork aspect of it.
it did feel a little like too balanced. Because I feel like when you see the wide shot, you have like, here's our little group of people and some wolves, and then the Volturi have like
Yeah,
3 times as many people.
so true.
But then when they start fighting, it's like
It looks like
it feels even. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What? It was this movie, was it not, where Bella was like away camping, or was that the movie prior to, where they had like hit Bella? That was before. That was
oh yeah, that was before.
okay. Emma.
But yeah, it was a cool fight scene, and then obviously, like we mentioned, it turns out none of it is fake, and Arrow is like, oh, we're gonna die, we should leave.
Practically. And then happy ever after that.
The person that Alice brings out, who's the other like half vampire person, Arrow's talking to him, and he says that he reached full maturity at 7 years old and then stopped aging after that. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get
Wait,
it.
he said 7?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, because that's how fast they grow.
Oh, like 7 years into living.
Right, like seven actual years he was an adult.
Yeah, but we saw fucking Bella's kid grow up to be a small child of like 8 years old within a few months.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But also, I like, not that I need a whole scientific explanation, but like,
It needs to
don't.
make sense.
Right. Like, how do you grow and then just stop growing at a random point?
Right. Yeah. I guess maybe the cells or something, like the human part, gets like drained out
I don't know, man.
over time.
At the end, there's a point when Jacob says to Edward, "Should I start calling you Dad?" And it was like, "Absolutely not." I was like,
That was
"That's
such a
disgusting."
weird spot. That was just not.
I just like there's so many moments when he's trying to like defend the imprinting and he's like, "It's not like that," and I'm like, "You
then he
can't say
leads
it's
it
not
to
like that," and then it's like that. It's absolutely like that.
Right. It's
like,
fucking weird.
You are raising this child to then date them. It's so fucked up.
Yeah. I wonder, can imprinting ever be reversed? Let's say if the child doesn't want to be with him or ends up hating him. I wonder if it can switch. I guess it can, right? Because I think one of his brothers at one point like was married and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
switched over, right?
There was like the other leader of the pack imprinted on one of the ladies and then started being with someone else.
Right.
But because that they had already imprinted, like it fucked her up because like not being with the person that you imprinted on is
Not good.
yeah.
Interesting.
It was a fucking long ass montage at the end.
Yeah.
They were out here giving credits to people that had like 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
Like there were so many like characters that popped up. It would be like Jacob Dimitri played Jim, and I'm like, who the fuck is Jim? Like, why are we giving a credit to this person? Like, I don't remember these characters at all.
I guess, does it matter? Do people actually sit through the end there and like read those names and stuff like that?
I'm sure if they're a fan of the series, they did.
Okay.
Especially like I'm like if it's like just normal black screen rolling credits, probably not. But when it's like one of those where they have a picture for every single person, and it's like I guess they wanted to highlight these people. I should watch this.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nice that they did it.
Yeah. No, I'm not any shade to any of those actors. Just like
I mean, me personally, I would just turn it off.
it was literally like every single werewolf, every single vampire, and I'm like,
That's too much.
I didn't even know that some of these characters had names because they're just in the background.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, they were trying to like it. It wasn't like we said. It wasn't just credits for this movie. It was like credits for the whole series, and so they had like the fucking all of the characters from earlier movies as well, and it took so long.
I was gonna say, like, you could just do that at the end of each movie and call it quits, right? Like, why do it at the end of the last movie? I don't know.
Make it more of a celebration.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for my notes for the movie. I did have one just overall note about the series in general, which I did briefly mention earlier, which is that I feel like having seen the series now, Bella, Edward, and Jacob are my least favorite characters. And literally everyone else, I'm like, they actually did really good. Like, I feel like everyone else in the series, I'm like, for what they were given, these people nailed it.
Oh, who's your favorite character?
I mean, it gotta be fucking Carlisle. Come on.
You say the same thing. Carlisle was amazing.
He's a
So
G.
every movie he was like either, yeah, he took his oath seriously.
Yeah.
And became a doctor. So I respect him for sure.
But yeah, that was pretty much all I got.
Do you think it was a good ending movie to the series?
I think so. I mean, it definitely like leaves the door open because obviously they didn't like beat the Volturi. They were just like,
Right.
we're not fighting today.
Right.
So they could come back, but like, and I know there's always rumors online and people are like,
Spoofs
they're making
still.
a Twilight 6. I'm like, they're not making a 6th Twilight movie, but
But if they do, they would rack in so much.
I just like, I cannot imagine any of those people wanting to come back.
Oh, really?
I feel like, especially Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart seemed like they didn't really have a good time making those movies.
That's fair.
So, I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah. We'll see if a sixth one comes ever, and if it does, we'll...
I mean, they could always do the thing like what they're doing with Harry Potter right now, where rather than making a new movie, they're just like rebooting it as a TV series. So like, who knows if
which I'm so excited about.
if like 5 to 10 years from now they want to make a Twilight TV series, then maybe they can explore that stuff more.
Yeah.
And just get a new cast.
Yeah, I don't know if it lends itself well to being a series, like a TV show, but I don't see why not. Yeah. I think Harry Potter series is going to be so sick. KK hates the idea, but I love it.
I'm on the fence about it. I'll watch it out of curiosity, but I'm not like pumped.
I'm pumped.
I'm just like, I guess we'll see what they do out of it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good. If not, yeah, well, it is what it is.
But yeah, that was all I had. So I suppose let's move on to trivia.
Let's do it. Trivia fact number 1. They actually filmed part 2 right after they finished part 1.
Yeah, I saw something that said like the entire series was filmed from like 2008 to 2012. So like within 4 years they filmed all of the movies.
Is that crazy?
That's kind of wild.
I think it's because Robert Pattinson and I just forgot her name, the other main character, Kristen Stewart, thank you. And I believe they were already like on to another movie, and so they had to like hurry things along with Twilight to start filming for this other movie.
Interesting.
That's a little fun fact.
But next piece of trivia is besides Mackenzie Foy, who is the girl who plays Renesmee,
Okay.
10 other actresses portrayed Renesmee as well as the CGI baby.
10?
Yeah. So like for all of the aging up, they have like a different girl come in and then just replace her face with the other girl's face.
Oh my gosh. That's insanity.
It's wild.
That's too much. Wow. How dumb.
Dakota Fanning, who plays Jade, only says one word in the entire movie, which is the first time she uses her power. She like normally she says like pain. And she does that once, and then the rest of the movie she doesn't say anything else. She says pain one time, and that's her only line in the movie.
Crazy.
The big battle vision is original to the movie. In the book, the Volturi are severely outnumbered, and because Bella can shield everyone, they just realize that they can't win. There's no like Alice vision. They're just like, I don't think we're gonna win this.
They just finished. They're like, yeah, all right. That's crazy. That's pretty funny. They definitely did make like the movie magic, you know, like,
Yeah,
making it more spicy. I get it. That's funny though. I totally don't remember that shit. That's awesome. Good. Fuck 'em.
but yeah, that was all the trivia. So I guess let's get wrecked.
Let's do it.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. For my recommendation, as I mentioned at the top of the episode, recently upgraded my computer, and I'm gonna use that for my rec today. I got in addition to a new power supply and RAM, I got a new graphics card, which is the GeForce RTX 5070 Ti, and
Massive. It's a fucking.
it's
I
huge.
don't know if you can see it in the shot, but it's huge.
And it's been treating me well. So
How long have you had it now?
maybe about a month.
That's awesome.
So if you got enough money for, because I think the 50 series is the latest series.
Yeah.
I don't know how often they release a new series. So who knows? Maybe later this year, like the 60 series will come out. The one I had before this was 2070.
Yeah.
So this is 3 generations after that.
It's a lot of power differential.
But yeah,
Crazy.
So if you can afford a 50 series, I would recommend it because it's doing pretty good.
Yeah. My recommendation is actually a game that you can bring to practically any outing. I feel like it's really easy to pack and whatnot. It's actually 2 that no, I was talking about 1. It's called Ladder Throw.
I think the box said ladder ball.
Ladder Ball.
I've always called it ladder toss though.
Ladder Toss.
But I don't think it matters.
It's the game where you have 2 sides and there's these 2 balls that are attached by a string, and you throw them and you try to like wrap them around the ladder.
or bolo toss. I've also heard it called because like
Never heard of that.
the balls on a string are called bolos.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, you learn so much more every day. Anyway, it's a really fun game. You put it together in like 4 minutes, and then you're out there playing. It's a great time. Highly recommend it for any like outing with family or friends or a birthday party.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't end up playing yesterday, but I've played before, and it's a really fun game.
It's a good game. Yeah.
Did anyone ever? Oh no, people did play bocce ball. I was like, I don't remember seeing people play that, but now I do.
I did have a bocce ball too. That's pretty fun. Recommend that as well.
And then you guys had, I don't know who brought that like frisbee game with the bottle on the stick.
Zeb, yeah.
What is
I
that?
think that's, what is it called? Something bottle, a frisbee. What is it called? Like,
Are you just supposed to
smash?
knock the bottle out?
Yeah, so like it's practically like a rod, and at the top of the rod there's like a plastic thing, and a plastic bottle sits on top of it. And the point of the game is to get like first 21. And if your frisbee hits the pole and like knocks the bottle off, the opposing team has to catch the frisbee and the bottle. If you drop the frisbee, the opposing team gets 1 point, and if they drop the bottle, the opposing team gets 2 points.
Interesting.
So you can get a max of 3 points if they can't catch the bottle and or the frisbee.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I think it'd be even more fun if the bottles had something in them and like you have to catch it and then drink it.
Oh, that'd be good. Maybe that's a good old addition. Nice time. But yeah, my buddy brought that. I didn't know if it would work because it was kind of windy yesterday.
It was.
But it worked out well. We played it and it was a good time.
All right. Well, let me pull up my thingy majiggy here. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family about us. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and hit the bell icon. Also, I have heard that recently YouTube changed their algorithm where videos that get liked are given like way higher priority when being recommended to other people. So actually, if you like our video, it will help other people see it.
Definitely fucking like it right now. Go right now.
Otherwise, leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. You can follow us on Bluesky and Instagram at CashFanPod. If you want to send us a message, you can DM us, leave a comment, or send an email to casualfanaticpodcast@gmail.com. Links for all of that are in the description. What kind of messages can they send us?
You guys can send us any message from please review, this movie, please review this show. You can send us anything from things that you like about the show, your own opinions on movies that you may have listened to and or watched, and also you feel free to give us input. Yeah, I mean that's what we're here for. We want to listen to your feedback. We want to listen to your thoughts on movies, and just like this Twilight series, again, thank you to Mary for recommending them. It was a fun time going through them. It was Cayman's first time, so it was a must.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to see your movie out here that you're really interested in, you should totally let us know and we'll do it. Offer it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And on that note, this has been Casual Fanatic. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.